Now, I don't know if you folks remember this, but a year ago to this day, we were in the middle of a very contentious presidential election, a presidential election that, had less than 3 months to go. So we were in the heart of it. And every single day, in every single ad that Republicans were running from coast to coast, we were told that President Biden and Kamala Harris, of course, by extension, were absolute failures because they allowed prices for American consumers to go through the roof. Eggs were too expensive, right? Everything was more expensive because of President Biden somehow. Now, none of Biden's policies were directly linked to any of the price increases or the inflation the country was going through. In fact, Biden's policies had the exact opposite. They were bringing inflation down. But Republicans won last year's election because they convinced people that higher prices on all goods were not just bad, because it is bad, but it was all somehow Biden and Harris's fault. So fast forward to this weekend, right? We had Republican Congressman Ralph Norman from South Carolina, who of course is running for governor in South Carolina. He went on Fox News and he said that, today in Trump's America, rising prices for consumers are good. A year ago, it was the worst thing in the world, but today, as those price increases are actually directly related to the policies of the President of the United States, today they're good. Here's what Ralph Norman, again, Republican congressman from South Carolina, who is running for South Carolina governor, said, "I think a lot of people are seeing higher prices. Our family's in the construction business, and we get a lot of our timber from Canada and other countries. Yes, it's higher. Steel prices are up, but it's for the good of the country." And then the Fox host asked him, should we expect high prices for a short time? And he said, yeah. But overall, we couldn't keep going the way we were going. The cancer in this country was letting other countries rule the day and tax our products. And why should we run a deficit every month? And that's why this president is doing such a good job. People can't afford groceries. They can't afford medications. They can't afford to buy appliances or computers or new cars anymore because of Donald Trump's policies. And a year ago, when those things were happening, it was the worst thing in the world, and Biden somehow did it, even though he didn't do that. Meanwhile, today, Trump's tariff policies are actually causing the prices to rise. There is a direct line. You're admitting that. But somehow today, it's a good thing. A year ago, it was a bad thing. So not being able to afford groceries under a Democrat is horrible, and all those people should be prosecuted. But when you can't afford groceries under a Republican, you need to suck it up and understand that this is for your own good, right? Mommy and daddy just trying to teach you to suck it up and tighten your belt a little bit as we deal with all these people overseas. Price increases are getting worse. Price increases are going to get even worse, according to the very businesses that are raising their prices. Multiple reports in just the last 7 days have confirmed that business leaders intend to continue raising prices on consumers to make up for the higher costs that they are paying as a direct result of Donald Trump's tariffs. We're going to continue to get screwed, basically. Your dollar is going to buy less and less and less every passing week at the grocery store, assuming there's even anything to purchase at the grocery store, because as I discussed in a story just a few days ago, farmers are already starting to complain that they don't have migrant workers to pick the crops, so the crops are literally rotting in the field, which is going to lead to less choice and availability at the grocery store. And by the way, that's also a thing directly tied to Donald Trump's immigration policies. So everything Trump is doing is having the opposite effect of what he campaigned on. And yet somehow a year ago it was horrible, but today, paying more is just the price of freedom, according to these Republican idiots who clearly just want you to starve to death. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.